Hey guys, my name is Jonathan Henderson with Pressure Washing Marketing Pros. In today's video, I'm going to go over the 3 reasons why winter is perfect for building your pressure washing website. And the reason why I wanted to make this video is because I commonly hear a lot of exterior cleaning business owners say that they will build their websites when they have the budget, right? So, hey, I'll build my website in February or March, whenever the busy season starts, or I'll build it like in the summertime once I get some money in from the spring, or from the beginning months of April and March and May, and then once I get some of that cash, we can go ahead and build the website in the summertime. But I want to show you guys it's actually the most impactful, and it's actually the smartest thing to do is to build your website, right? Or if you're going to revamp it during the wintertime, because you may be in a position right now to where you don't like the agency that you're working with, or you've never upgraded your website to begin with in the first place, and now you're looking for agency services. And so this video should educate you on why the wintertime is perfect for building your pressure washing website and why it makes the most sense. Also, what I'm going to go ahead and show you guys at the end of this presentation is 2 client case studies from our own clients where they built their website during the wintertime, and and when the springtime hit, bam, things had taken off. So let's go ahead and get straight into this video. So if you're on this video, you already know why website's essential, right? It builds credibility and trust, it captures and converts leads, and it showcases your expertise. And so I don't really need to go ahead and expound upon why website's essential. If you're on this video right now, you know why website's essential. It's the lifeblood of a business on the digital landscape. Now let's get into the first reason. Now the first reason why you want to go ahead and build your pressure washing website in the wintertime is because there's minimal risk in the winter. So let's go over that. Well, number one, you're going to have minimal disruption. So the winter is slower, so any delays or issues have less impact on revenue, right? So let's say that you're getting a website done by an agency and it takes them 2 or 3 weeks longer to go ahead and complete that. Well, guess what? It's not really going to hurt anything because it's in the middle of December. If it launches in the middle of January, then at least you still have it launched and you're not really going to be getting a lot of clients during that time frame. And that also brings it to the next point of it has time to resolve issues. So fewer daily pressures means you can handle challenges with ease. So you have the time to resolve the issues. What usually ends up happening is that a lot of exterior cleaning business owners get too busy, right? We get too busy in the midst of the busy season or whatever it may be. And so we don't have the time to sit down and, handle any issues. Or if any issues do end up happening with the website, you have enough time and threshold to go ahead and, fix and address those issues. So what's an example of that? Let's say that I was going to go ahead and launch a website in the wintertime, but let's say that there were some things that were let's say an agency had messed up some things during the website launch where the contact form wasn't working or whatever it may be. Because this is a true client story. One of our clients didn't get contact forms for the entire season, for the entire busy season, and they got a new website during the busy season as well. And so at that point, guess what? That had much more of an impact on the business. They didn't really have time to resolve that kind of stuff because he didn't have time to recognize that, And so that's one of the biggest things, because it brings me to my next point is you avoid service interruptions. So winter is safer for troubleshooting or website handovers. And so, there's a lot that gets involved into, building a website. And so you avoid those service interruptions because there's not really much going on in that sense, right? Nobody's really looking for your services during that wintertime. So you avoid those service interruptions. And, it has proper migration, which is one of the other points. So it's ample time to transfer hosting and domains without rushing. So that's low risk. All of these items that I'm talking about right now, or all these points that I'm making right now, they're all low risk things, right? So you have room for delays, as you guys can see right here. You have breathing space to complete the process before the busy season. And so reason number 1, guys, is minimal risk in the wintertime. You just have minimal risk, So what is reason number 2? Well, reason number 2 is preparation for the busy season, right? And so it's time to build and optimize. So by the time the busy season hits, your website will be fully functional before the busy season even starts. And so right then and there, you're going to have a fresh new look, refreshed branding, because as you guys can see, one of the points on here is refresh branding, right? A professional look builds trust for spring campaigns or just for your business in general during the spring. But one of the biggest impacts when or one of the biggest things about preparation for the busy season is going to be the SEO lead time. So winter launch allows search engines to index and improve your rankings. And so what ends up happening, guys, is if I launch a website, or if you launch a website, like let's just say in January, and you start the SEO during that time frame, right? Like let's just say in January, let's say you got the website, started building the website beginning of December, and it's launched by the end of January, right? We saw February, March, April, May. So by the time May hits, you've had 4 months of SEO already done to your website at that point, right? And so then you're going to have much more of an impact. If you were to go ahead and build your website in the midst of the busy season, well, guess what? By the time the busy season's over, and let's say that your rankings do drastically improve by the time the busy season's over, and it's like, we all know routinely August is pretty slow, and then you get a second lifeblood, in September, October timeframe. But generally speaking, amongst the entire industry, August is typically a lot, slower for everybody in the exterior cleaning industry. And so imagine by the time if you got your website done in, like, let's just say March, April timeframe, those 3 to 4 months happen and you rank more prominently in August. Now, it'll still be good for those September, October, November months, but we want to go ahead and extend our window for how many leads we can capture during the busy season. And so if you go ahead and get that website launched in January, you're going to have that window of opportunity in like May, June, April, to go ahead and have your rankings be even better. And so that's one of the biggest things, is that it prepares you for that busy season. And so if anything else, this is one of the most important things as to why it is best to, get your website done during the wintertime. Right? And reason number 3 that I want to go over too, guys, is going to be less interruption during the busy season. And so, the winter allows you to focus on the website without interfering with busy season demands. And so typically what we've seen from our clients that get websites from us during the busy season is that it takes much longer to go ahead and launch, because we're not one of those agencies that just builds a template website and just puts like stock photos on the website, right? We really try to customize even our framework websites, but even our custom websites, as you guys may or may not see, in our portfolio. But those things, take time, and we need the investment from the actual owner. And so a lot of owners can't spend that time to go ahead and provide us the photos we need, to go ahead and fill out the proper intake forms. Why? Because they're so busy during the season that they're like, okay, if we want them to check the content, it takes them 3 to 4 weeks to check those things, right? And so during the wintertime, you're not going to be as busy. And so you have that. So content collection, in the wintertime, it allows you to gather testimonials, photos, videos, all of that stuff for your new design, for your new website in that sense. And so that allows you to go ahead and prepare and have more time to really invest into your website, because that's the lifeblood of your actual business. And so that's why that is very important, right? So obviously you can also avoid downtime, so reduces risk of disrupting lead generation or client interactions, right? So whenever you're preparing for the busy season. Now let's talk about those client case studies that I was going to show you guys. So one of our clients, we built them a beautiful custom website, Garrett's Pressure Washing, as you guys can see right here. So the key improvements, if we were to look right here, guys, we started building their website in the January timeframe. And so this is a tool called Ahrefs. And so I took a screenshot for their traffic. So as you can see right here, we started building their website in January. And now for this client, this is one of the main reasons why I say they were, they actually had a lot of things going on within their business and personal life during this time frame. And so even during this, we didn't get to launch the website until about May timeframe. And as you guys can see, once we launched it in May, bam, they started getting way more organic traffic throughout that time period, right? And so you can see from when we started building the website, when we launched it here in May, bam, you see that they got that organic traffic. Now, would I have liked if the website didn't take, 3 to 4 months? Yes, I would have liked that, because they could have captured more of this busy season in March and April. But nonetheless, they captured a lot of leads during that May timeframe, June timeframe, and so they've been really ecstatic about their traffic. And as you can look right here, you can see that it says overhaul changes 7 May. So 7 May is when we launched their website. And as you can see right here, once we launched their website, if you look at the organic traffic right here, it took off right after that, right? It took right off right after that. And so they increased their traffic by 52 5,200%, and they went from 0 to 78 organic monthly visitors in 6 months, right? So that means 78 people are visiting their website every single month in that sense, from 0, as you guys can see right here in previous years. And so they secured top 5 positions for their main keyword in a matter of 3 months. So if you look at it right now, from March of 2023 and all of that, they were kind of in that position of being, position 30, whatever it may be. But by the time August of 2024 hit, they were position number 3, position number 4 for their main keyword, pressure washing in Louisville. And as it gets a lot of search volume to it. So as soon as we launched the website in May, they just rapidly improved for that keyword. Over the last 2 years, they had been stagnant on that. And so that's one thing that's why I always say it's best to do it in the wintertime. Another example is going to be our client 360 Mobile Wash out in Canada. And so for this client, they actually got their website built in January. But for this one, fortunately enough, we were able to get their website launched at the end of March. So they were able to capture a lot of that busy season traffic, right? So if you look at this over the last 2 years of their website, they really weren't bringing in that much organic traffic consistently. But if you look right here, we started the website in January and we got done with it in March. And by the time May had hit right here, in the rest of the year, they've gotten way more organic traffic since then. As you can see right now, once again in this screenshot, overhaul changes 27 March. As soon as we launched it, right there, you started seeing organic traffic immediately. And so these are just some things that we definitely we want to do for our client. We increased their traffic by 1,540%. And so they went from getting 5 organic visitors to 82 monthly organic visitors in 6 months, right? A month on average. And so that is what that is. And so we secured a top 3 position for their main keyword in a matter of 5 months. You know what I mean? So we went from being, obscure. So even before all of 2023, as you guys can see right here, they weren't ranking for this keyword at all, and now they are. If you look at the time of this video, at least in December of 2024, they do rank number 1 for their main keyword in Halifax, Nova Scotia, which is pressure washing Halifax, right? And so as you can see, they made that jump all the way up from August in that time frame. And so, yeah, guys, they were able to still bear the fruits of that labor because they were still on the first page and still have prominent positions. But yeah, we were able to secure a top 3 ranking position in just a matter of 5 months for them, from ranking not even on the first page at all, right? And so this is one thing, guys, that I really want you guys to take away when it comes to this, right? And so my last thing for this is going to be, guys, if you need help with your website, you can visit, our website for a free strategy session over at pwmarketingpros.com, because this is what we do, guys. We build websites for clients. We get more organic traffic for them. And so, yes, guys, these are the reasons why you want to go ahead and make sure that you build your pressure washing website during the winter time. As we already know, guys, the points that I want to go over again, as we know the reasons. Reason number 1, minimal risk in the wintertime, right? Reason number 2, preparation for the busy season in that sense. Reason number 3, less interruption during the busy season. And so, guys, you don't know how many stories that I've also heard where people were using these website vendors that essentially held a client's website hostage, right? And so they actually did not give the client's rights back to their actual website in that sense. And so what ends up happening is if that happens in the midst of a busy season, which unfortunately that happened to one of our clients, somebody took down their website in the middle of the actual busy season in that sense, you can mitigate those issues during the wintertime. If somebody takes down your website during the wintertime, it doesn't have as much of an impact as if somebody takes down your website in the middle of the busy season. And so, yeah, guys, if you need help with your website, if you want to go ahead and make sure that you own your website, that you get organic rankings and traffic for it, go ahead and visit us for a free strategy session, and let's see if we're a good fit. But if you have any other questions, concerns, thoughts, or comments about this video, and any questions that you want me to elaborate more on, leave them in the comments below, and I'll be more than happy to go ahead and answer them. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.